Hello everyone, Dan UpLateGamer here with another episode of my St. Louis Cardinals franchise, as we will be taking on the Chicago Cubs in my 10th episode.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight we wrap up this three-game series between the Central leading St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs.
It is July 8th. We are still in first place. We're a couple games ahead of the Pirates, so hopefully we can keep it that way. As I said, we're here in Chicago taking on the Cubs here at Wrigley Field. We're going to get a look at the lineup here. Now, you know, like I said before, this could be the last time you see a couple of these guys, especially Matt Holliday. And what's bad, he's leading my team in hitting, but his contract is just so big. He's 35 years old, and I just really want to be able to sign Hayward, so we're going to see what I can do about maybe trading him to open up that money for Hayward, maybe getting a younger outfielder. But here we go. You know, we're in the fourth inning. Nothing really happened till the end. As you can see, the throwing error gets Molina down to second, so now we got Sano up. Had that. Now he goes and strikes out. That's going to leave us with 2 outs, with Colton Wong at the plate. Got to get this run in right here. As I said, it's July 8th, so we've got about 23 days left till the end of the trade, till the trade deadline on July 31st. So we definitely got to make a decision on what we're going to do. Wong hits the deep fly to left. That might get out of here. It does. Colton Wong with the home run, 2-run homer. That is going to put us up 2-0 here in the fourth. And that's big against Arrieta. I mean, I've had a lot of trouble against the guy in previous games, and that's just a great way to get this game started. That's going to be his 8th home run of the year, by the way. Look at this thing. Opposite field also. So here we got Bourjos with a 1-2 count. He's going to smack this to right field, so that's going to get down. So we got 2 outs, but we got a little bit of speed on the base pass, so maybe we can end up, I can steal second here, get him down, get him on second, and then maybe Cosma can just drive him on in. There we go. All right, the hit and run is going to work perfectly. That's going to get Bourjos over to third base. Now the Cubs are already going to have to come out here and talk to Arrieta. So here we got Adam Wainwright. If you saw my first episode, you would see that he actually hit a home run here at Wrigley Field in my very first game of the year. So let's see what he can do here. He's going to single. That is going to drive in a run. So, all right, we are up 3-0 now here in the fourth inning, and we got a chance to just blow this game wide open right here. Wainwright with a big single to right field. So here we're at the top of the order again. Matt Carpenter hitting .289 on the year. He's really picked it up here lately, hitting a lot better. Carpenter's going to drive that to left field. That's going to get down. That scores Cosma right there. That's going to take Wainwright to third. So we got now first and third 2 outs. We got a 4-0 lead. Sure, as many of y'all notice, you can definitely, with 2 outs, it seems like if you just concentrate, you can really get some rallies going. So here we got Grichuk up. We got runners on first and third, 2 outs. Oh, there's the deep one. Get back. He's going to run it down. He runs that down. That's going to end the inning, but, you know, we're in the fourth inning, up 4-0. Couldn't ask for much more.
On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Cubs nothing.
Get you a little bit of a look of Wainwright here in the bottom of the fourth. He has just been lights out for us. As you can see, 2 outs. They just hits a little fly ball out to right field. And we're going to get out of this. And Wainwright is cruising. He's given up 1 hit through 4 innings. And we got Holliday, Molina, and Sano coming up in the top of the 5th.
Matt Holliday come in now to lead things off.
So here he is, the man of the hour. Guy I'm going to consider trading if I can get a good deal for him. Got a 3-0 count. Definitely hitting away. There's a rip by Holliday right up the middle. I almost hate to think about getting rid of him, but man, his contract is so huge. And what do you want? Do you want a 35-year-old Matt Holliday or a 20-something-year-old Jason Hayward? I mean, you know, you got to go with Hayward. But here Jake Arrieta is going to be coming out of the game, so we got him out of the game. That is huge. Got him out of the game early. He didn't even make it a total of 5 innings. Got Edwin Jackson, former Cardinal, coming into the game. As you see, he's got that ERA of 4.05. More, almost as many walks as he does strikeouts. So, you know, let's definitely keep a good eye at the plate. Maybe draw some walks off this guy. Got Holliday at first. Molina with the drive. That doesn't look like it's going to get out. Nope. So now we got Miguel Sano. Really need Sano to start hitting better. As I say, I think in every video, he's got to pick it up. 2-2 count now. Really just need to concentrate on putting the bat on the ball. And there you go, Sano. He's going to rip that into the gap and right center. That's going to take Holliday to third. I'm going to send him. Oh, this might be close. Yes, Holliday gets in there. Holliday scores. So now Sano with the triple. Way to get him. I mean, we get him going, this team is going to be lethal. Because Sano, you know, he's young. I mean, the guy is going to hit. We got a 3-1 count. Wong up. Wong's going to rip that to left center. That's going to be at least 2. That's going to bring in another run. We are killing the ball here at Wrigley. Just like I like it when I'm going up against the Cubs. We've got this game in hand. We got Wainwright on the mound. Couldn't ask for more. 6-0 lead in the 5th. Here's Bourjos. Another 3-1 count. Definitely getting the counts in this game. That might get through. Hold him up a second. Wow, I don't know what they's in there. He didn't even attempt. He knew he couldn't get Bourjos. Definitely stay tuned for the end of this video because you're going to see any trades I made at the trade deadline. Here's Cosma. He's going to rip that to left field. Going to have to hold him up, so that's going to make bases loaded. But yes, at the end of this video, it's going to go forward a couple weeks. We're going to be close to the trade deadline, and you will see if I made any trades at all. Can't make a decision. Really don't know what I should do. Well, I know I should trade Holliday, but it's so hard to trade a guy who's killing the ball for you. But here we got Wainwright up. Bases loaded. 6-0. Let's just hit a grand slam. Oh, there it was. That was the one to nail, and he missed it. 1-2 count. Definitely would rather strike out with Wainwright than have him ground into a double play. And he strikes out. That's almost better. Definitely better than a double play. So we're going to have 1 out still with the bases. 1 out with the bases loaded. And we're going to have Carpenter coming to the plate. Gave Hayward a night off. He was kind of tired. Had to give him a night off. We got Grichuk in right field tonight. There's a rip by Carpenter. Is that going to get down? Oh, that gets down in more. That goes by him. That was a mistake. He dived for that ball. That is going to empty the bases. I might have to even score Carpenter. Nah, I got to hold him up. Hold him up. Yeah, that was a good idea. Wow, he made that. Look at the. I think we're going to get a replay here. Carpenter rips this ball. Oh, he dived and the ball went over his... That ball went completely over his glove. Wow. Figure they'll give him a hit on that. I'd almost call that an error because that was just dumb to even try to dive for that ball. But that's going to score 3 runs. So we are up 9-0 in the 5th inning. And this game is well in hand. Grichuk with a drive. Grichuk, man, he hits it and he looks like they're going out of the park. But there you go. At the middle of the 5th, we've got a 9-0 lead. Cubs only have 1 hit. Wainwright is pitching lights out. Here in the 5th, you know, the Cubs trying to get something going. Kind of a little late for that, but we've got Javier Baez up. He's going to hit this to Carpenter. Oh, Carpenter throws it clear over Sano's head. That's going to get Baez down to 2nd. So now the Cubs are going to have runners at 2nd and 3rd. And if you're wondering, this just blew my mind. In my franchise, somehow the Cubs, just so you know, the Cubs have traded Chris Bryant to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Really makes no sense, but they did it. But here you got Tommy La Stella going to come up and pinch hit for Jackson. He's going to hit it down to Sano. That's going to score a run, so the Cubs are going to get on the board. So it's 9-1. I'm still pretty confident with my chances of winning this game. Nice play though, Sano. Tried to throw the guy out at home, but just wasn't going to happen. Here we got 2 outs. Will Venable, which he's come over from the Padres. Ooh, this is going to be close. Going to have to get it. Cosmo's going to have to throw a bullet. That ain't going to happen. As you also notice, I have Simmons giving him a night off. It's always good when you can give some of your starters a night off and you end up getting ahead 9-2. So ends up that's going to score that run. It's going to be 9-2. So he's going to strike him out. That's going to end the inning. So 2 runs given up, you know. Wainwright's still in control. Only gave it up 3 hits through 5 innings. That dude holding the Cubs sign, he's going to have to get on the field if he thinks the Cubs are going to score anymore. But here we go. Jonathan Herrera is going to pinch hit for the pitcher here in the 7th. It's got a 3-2 count, 2 outs. He's going to end up singling in the right field. So Cubs trying to get a mini rally going here. Here's Will Venable again. That's going to get under Sano's glove. Sano should have came up with that. So now they're going to have 2 outs, runners on 1st and 2nd. Got to get out of this. Well, definitely would love to have Wainwright make it through this inning. Might have to pull him though. Here's Alcantara. 1-2 count, 2 outs. I probably butchered his name. Maybe I didn't. That's going to be a ball. So now it's going to be 2-2 count. That's going to be another ball. Wainwright's just, I think he's running out of gas. He's had 112 pitches. That's going to be all right. Line drive caught by Wong. Great play by Wong. That's going to get us out of the inning. Going to keep that 9-2 lead. Here in the bottom of the 8th, we got Anthony Rizzo up. He's got a 3-2 count. Definitely want. It's good. You want to have this guy up with nobody on, but I'm going to have to make a change. Wainwright's pitched a great game. He's had 106 pitches.
There goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And that will
Cubs will boo him when he's walking off the mound, but man, this guy's just been unbelievable. Going to bring in Jordan Walden. He's having a pretty good year. 3.07 ERA. So here we've got Rizzo. He's going to strike out Rizzo. That's a big out.
That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you
Now we got Josh Harrison. So I'm thinking, I didn't get to look, but I think Harrison came over in the deal for Bryant. I don't think I would have made that deal. 1-2 count on him. He's going to ground it to short. Cosma throws him out. But yeah, I don't think I would have traded. I don't know who else they might have traded also, but I would not have traded Bryant for Harrison. Here's another one, the short. We're going to get that force out at second. That's going to end the inning. So at the end of 8, we are up 9-2, and we are cruising. It's getting closer to the end of the game. Going to get a look at the... I did make a trade. Maybe 2 or 3 trades. You'll see at the end of this game, but here we are in the 9th. 9-2, 3-2 count. We're getting Tony Cruz in the game. That's the ball, so that's going to put a runner on first. We'll just score some more against the Cubs. Against Jason Mott. I hate Jason Mott. It's not on the Cardinals. Really love Jason Mott. Here's Sano now. Got a 3-1 count. Let's try to get him another hit. Great hitting count right here. Sano's going to rip that. Oh, that's going to be foul. 3-2. I'm just going to load up on this one. That's down the middle. And that's all right. That's a single. Going to send Cruz all the way to third. The catcher going from first to third. Snow with another hit. Great night for him. So here we got Wong. He's already got a home run earlier in the game. Look like Rizzo's going to get the... Yeah. Good play by Rizzo. They get the double play. We get a run, but they get the double play. So we're up 10-2 now. 3-2 count on Bourjos. And Bourjos is going to swing the ball outside, way off the plate. So at the middle of the 9th, we're going to have a 10-2 lead, and we are getting closer to the big reveal of any trades I made. I do want to thank some people who gave me some great ideas, like Chase Walters. He gave me an idea to check out Will Myers. A bunch of guys said to look at Lorenzo Cain. A lot of guys just love your feedback. Love your feedback. I had a lot of great suggestions. And I looked at every one of them. Just so you know that. I wrote them all down, checked out every player that was suggested to me, and tried to make the best trades to help my team. But here in the 9th, we got Walden. I just left him in. This is going to be the second out. So we got 1 out to end this game. Got Wellington Castillo going to come in and pinch hit. 1-2 count, 2 outs, and he strikes out, and that will end the game. So we take that game. That's going to keep us in first place for sure. That was definitely a great game. Not one thing in that game can I be unhappy about. But we're getting closer. Going to have the reveal of what trades they ended up making. As you can see, we end up winning 10-2, 14 hits. I wish I could hear you right now. I'd love to hear who you think I ended up trading for. Because I did, I'm going to tell you there's definitely one trade. And I bet you can guess who I traded, but we'll see. But as you can see, Colton Wong, he ends up being the player of the game. Had that big home run in the 4th inning. He was just lights out tonight. So a great game. We end up winning 10-2. We're still in first place. And now I'm going to get to it. I'm going to show you the trades that I ended up making right before the trade deadline. Okay, it is July 24th on my season calendar. I looked at a lot of guys. I looked at all your A guys, all your Jock Petersons, your Buxtons, guys like that. They just wanted way too much. They were wanting guys like Wong and Carpenter in a deal for one of those, and I'm just not going to do that. So I really had to look at your more your B potential guys. So I definitely wanted to take a look at guys like Billy Burns, Lorenzo Cain, Will Myers, guys like that. You know, guys that your Blackman from Colorado, guys who are going to be outstanding players but weren't that A potential guys. So here's the first trade that I tried to work out and see if I could get done. As you can see, it's AJ Pollock, who I ended up finally going to try to get a trade done with. I mean, it's just a great deal for me. For Pollock, the Diamondbacks wanted, as you can see, they wanted Thompson, who's a C potential outfielder, Flaherty, a B potential starting pitcher, and then Sierra, a B potential center fielder. And I just really, I mean, Pollock, I think he's just going to be such a great player. He's good contact from pretty much both sides of the plate. He's a good defensive player. He can play all three positions. Not great speed, but decent speed. And I just think he's going to be an all-around player. And for those three guys, I had to attempt this trade. So as you can see, the Diamondbacks agree to it. I get AJ Pollock for Thompson, Sierra, and Flaherty. So now I've got another decision to make. Am I going to put AJ Pollock? Just what am I going to do with him? I still have Holliday and Jon Jay. So I need to move one of those. So I'm going to have to look around and see what I can do about that, because I'm just overpopulated in the outfield, and I got to get rid of one of them. And honestly, I want to get rid of Holliday because he's got that big contract. So here's what ends up happening. I looked around, looked everywhere, and ended up, I found this deal. I would give up Jon Jay, Matt Holliday, and Michael Choice for Lorenzo Cain and Brandon Finnegan. Lorenzo Cain right now is C potential, but I know the guy is potentially at least B potential. So I would be giving up Jon Jay, Matt Holliday, and Michael Choice for a B potential starting pitcher who's young, and a potentially B. I can make Lorenzo Cain B potential. I know that for a fact. So I had to do it. I mean, I'm going to get an awesome defensive and speedy center fielder, and that's what I really wanted. I wanted some speed in center field, and I'm going to get another starting pitcher, young starting pitcher, to put in the mix in case I eventually lose one of my starting pitchers to free agency. So it was a win-win for me. I get rid of that big Holiday contract. I open up all that cash for Hayward, and then I hated kind of getting rid of Jon Jay, but I got Bourjos on the bench, and he's another speed guy, awesome defensive guy. And if I was going to keep either Jay or Bourjos, I had to let go of Jay. So I ended up making that trade. I did lose Michael Choice. He's a B potential young guy, but he's of my younger outfield potential guys, he's the oldest. He's about 26, so I gave him up. And it was a great move for me. So now I've got AJ Pollock, who I'm going to stick in left field, and I'm going to have Lorenzo Cain in center. And then I got Jason Hayward over in right. And if I'm able to re-sign Hayward, I've got an unbelievable outfield going into next season. And I got unbelievable outfield right now to finish out this season. So I'm going to try to make that trade. The trade goes through, the Royals accept it. So now I've got AJ Pollock and Lorenzo Cain, two pretty young guys to have in the outfield. I'm going to have an unbelievably great defensive outfield, and that's what I wanted. So I really want to thank all of you for all your comments, for all the suggestions. Everyone who suggested, Frank, he was really high on Lorenzo Cain. He was really like, you got to get Lorenzo Cain. So was Video Game World. He suggested him. And nobody suggested AJ Pollock. That surprised me, but once I found him and the deal that was going to work out, I just couldn't pass him up. But thanks for all your comments leading up to this. Thanks for all the views. Thanks to all my subscribers. I love doing these videos. I mean, I'm not probably the greatest at it, but I just love doing it so much. But thanks again for everything, and I'll see you guys later.